plays, there's seyq, that being JoBa more often than not, would just be chilling, playing first contact, and get on his exit. And with that, we'll see that continues forward. Breeze, a lot more open, a lot more contact plays. And we'll see if that continues forward for UST. The patience, will it subside or will it rise? As we look at the compositions, I was expecting deadlock gaming, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Thank God we don't have deadlock gaming on a map like this one. I think I would cry. People could definitely find a way to make it work, but it's not going to work, guys.
Look at KHS. Look at KHS.
I kind of make KHS playing on the Yoru is not something I was expecting, though.
Yeah.
It didn't work so well, though, for Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Previously, when they did play on the Yoru against UST, UST were doing very, very well on the attack as well starting off. So this worries me to see for the side of Texas A&M. Is UST going to run with the flow like they did last time, right?
Yeah.
Taking in like a very, very big lead from the start.
And that's the key point you hit on there.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah.
Because last time they had Noble in the squad. And with KHS not stepping in, right, we've seen just a massive increase in what they're able to do in terms of the squad they have. But the thing is, it's like we got to think about whether or not they can bring themselves back here, right?
Yeah.
Because Yoru's nice, and the double duelist composition, all the previously relied on individuals, here, I imagine we'll see a lot more defaulting, a lot more plays together, and A&M riding high off the win, off a split. We got to see who takes the lead as it comes down to a BO3, essentially.
I mean, there is a definite answer. We are going to a fourth map, so.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right?
But I think for Breeze.
What do you think for Breeze, huh?
Not
what do you
sure,
think?
honestly. I think
That's crazy.
Starting off on the defense would have been a very, very much of a stronger option if you're UST. Just because that's, again, not their strongest suit. I think getting that out of the way would have 100% put them in a good, put them in a good spot. But looking as to how things are working out, big aggressive, not aggressive takedown in mid, but definitely looking for picks as they typically do early on Breeze composition. You guys can't see the minimap, but I can.
But I can. I like how you're pointing in their faces like it's like, oh, you don't see what I see, but so I'm better than you. Which isn't very nice. It's it's not. It's not cool even. But instead, what we'll get to see as we look to the load of the game in just a little bit is a couple of things.
Yes.
Number one, our expectations and what I'm looking at, like we said before, in terms of the double duelist, is I'm expecting KHS to play a lot more soul this time and lead the team to 3 to 4 stack from a lot of the defenses. When they get attack. For defense, though, we should expect him to play floater naturally, right? As you do on the Yoru, put up TP probably at one site and then have it go to the other in case a site hit does come fast. But knowing UST and how they've shown that they're down to just slow play it and just vibe for a bit, it may remove that effectiveness of KHS to rotate as fast, though. But nonetheless, for now, we'll look to wait and see what they manage to do. And as pistol round in front of us, UST set up by mid.
KHS. Looking to move forward.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pretty early on. TAMU, though, shutting down majority of the aggression that St. Thomas were looking to push through. Yeah.
And as you're talking about, right? Quick road state, found the info. He's already on A, but Bing unfortunately gets picked off by Pyramids. KHS not able to find the trade here either. He's stuck on the back towards yellow. But they'll reconvene in halls, if anything, to pop out one by one.
KHS with a big flash. Kind of stopping them in their tracks. They can't do anything. They have nothing to play with here. seyq shutting them down as well. And again, individual plays, the 1v1 continuously coming forward, but maybe JoBa can be the one to clutch up and take some of these shots to come down to it.
Oh, yeah.
But 27 health left, yeah.
Oh.
Possibility! Oh my gosh!
That was nice. Dude, we were looking at it's actually 2v4, right? So the fact that JoBa came around through through halls, and he went up, relocated to heaven. No one's even paying attention to him. Clears that backside. And the Frosty's like, that's crazy. Bet, I got you. I'll take 2 of my own. Just look at the transfer. That's so nice, man. Boom, boom. Beautiful stuff. And just when I thought that we would get another UST pistol, I get my dreams dashed once again.
Dreams are gone.
Indeed. I have no dreams anymore.
Yeah. St. Thomas played the same way they normally do, actually.
Yeah.
But I think Texas A&M, they constantly put like the null command up in A to try to gather information, but I feel like normally you'd have someone pushed up on Texas A&M, so you can already see that they've made a huge difference with their play style because they like to go aggro up towards A.
Yeah.
But they're kind of reading into it this time. In the previous game, it was a huge problem having that null command.
Take flight.
And on their ante, they're deciding instead to just play a bit more split apart, right? Just they 3-stack up on a 1-1-3.
Yeah.
In terms of defenses, calling out the points where they want to try to set up to. So A will be the choice for UST. Past the dart and probably the flash look to make their way in, but there's already 2 around here. And KHS can't relocate just yet.
Oh, they've made the call. Now the site is exactly where they want to go, trying to make their own redemption round with the sheriffs that they have in their hands, but yeah, not going to work out very, very well. The right clicks just aren't hitting. And unfortunately, austifrosti isn't necessarily hitting either. Yeah, KHS trying to redeem themselves, but Nate?
Okay. He's hitting so far. Right. A good job of it. Shot dart hits, and that lands. Lucky spike goes down, just leaves one on the outside, sees one, lands the shot. He's a better gun to do it, though. Xhowi. I mean, he knows where they are, but the transfer will not be any effective at all. Just damage on the board.
Right here.
And A&M, at least this time, a lot closer than we saw on split. No flawlesses either. Damage done. UST now. The 2-1 narrative continues.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Man, it's
The
an
shock
anti, man.
dart
What are you
was-
gonna do? Yeah, that was tough.
Was just like, hey, it's a pistol round. You're going to lose anyway, but let me shock dart you and let me make you feel bad about what's going on. But an actually a bonus round to keep into their pockets. Hero rifle, though, coming through from KHS on the duelist. So I do like it, especially as they always do like to reach out in mid. So.
Yeah, it's, I mean, naturally, just bringing over what they can for the previous rounds and sheriff, right? A deagle, right? So just kind of stuff. And they, so far for UST, they've been switching up how they've been attacking a couple of these rounds already. Because it's been the 1-1-3, and they put out mid early as they do pretty consistently. But considering no one's actually covering Nest, so they have the opportunity to get mid for free, but instead the site is what they want. To get pings towards the back, the wall is put down, and A is where they enter.
They know that A's the site. They got a huge suppression coming off, seeing as to where the Yoru was and how far they pushed up. So glyph, extreme amount of information, but they just can't seem to get past austifrosti with that outlaw, either JoBa as well. The angles making a difference, but the damage as well. Texas A&M surprisingly, like, just ridiculing St. Thomas.
This is interesting with how they're playing, considering how close Glyph, I was about to say. He's just around the side, and now with him getting found, like you're mentioning, they're losing 1 by 1. This is rough. Like the fact they're so close on site, A&M is choke holding them there. It's a 1v1. He's holding, almost had it. Xhowi, he's just, there's no time.
Yeah.
They lose all their guns, though.
They held on. They played the objective, and they didn't care death or lose, KDA or what, for St. Thomas, which is the exact way that you need to play in this game, especially on a map like Breeze. Like, it really is an aim game type of game, but at the end of the day, the spikes set down. They knew they needed to stall for time, and Xhowi did an immaculate job at doing just that.
It's... Gomez, I don't know. It's like, this is an interesting idea for what they wanted to try to decide in terms of their actual side hit too. So considering how close they played, they were like, you know what? We'll catch them off guard, but A&M seems to be very in tune with what UST wants to play for most of these rounds. Consider they're catching them and matching the aggression at each corner that they're there. So leaving them now on both sides, like, interesting buys, and at least for A&M, you know, they have Hunter Fury, but aside from that, they're just meandering around with and getting pinged out.
A lot of util that JoBa can play off here on the B site, but they want to go a different route instead, trying to attack mid while a slight lurk moves up towards main here for St. Thomas. But how helpful is that going to be? Maybe so. Stuck on the can. JoBa is going to get a harsh taste of reality, especially now with the flash coming through, but still having to play with the util, not going to work out. xhowi finds a way around it.
But after that too, they also get the ping. The little theft is nice. You see them all towards the back. Their archers with KHS also found made by Nessa. Second ping as well will give that away. And how do they hold? They only one offside, too close by, and one looking to actually match where KHS is. The Ness, nice pick. But that's one in conjunction as well.
Oh, Bing's just looking for the shots to come through. They had some sort of information, especially off Nabber, which leads into a beautiful shot off the duelist, but the spike is planted down, and what St. Thomas like to do is play for the post plant, play for the information, and play to wait. Play the waiting game. The Hunter Fury, they knew that they had it, and they're going to stick onto it to try to get whatever they can, but so much damage, and is it there? Maybe it is. Bing managing to make it halfway, and yep, they got it.
Yes, the clutch on that. Holding it the entire way, making it to half and allowing the possibility. But this right here, a post-plant hold and an early Hunters to get one pick. But the thing is, xhowi's right at the side, so they actually check both in elbow. And unfortunately, because both die, they're just left to hope that he gets a 2v1, but on the high low by the stairs.
Yeah.
He stops the defenders, but you're thinking, yo, my team is dead.
Get out of my way.
What I'm supposed to do? Die, I guess. Nice pop though for A&M. Let's see where they take it from here. Sorry, UST, sorry.
There's a opportunity to take in this round, to be completely blunt. I think here, especially with Doug trying to gather some sort of information. Well, there is Nate on the other side looking for weapons just to collect on the anti-eco, but it doesn't work out that way. Nabber now utilizing the Hunter Fury, which is, I mean, not really kind of warranted in the moment like this one, especially with the information there. KHS and JoBa cleaning it up flawlessly.
If we remember correctly, the AD and even us, we were talking a bit about how, you know, Breeze has been the go-to map.
Yeah.
The end-all, be-all for St. Thomas. And I mean, was it? And for us even said, he's like, hey, if they don't get a map initially, Breeze will be their death ground. And right now for A&M, the switch-ups and how they play a lot more default. The consistency from split where they're playing farther back in sight and willing to flood back in after first contact. This is good. Look at the stack right now, bro.
They know where this team is going to push. It's a constant A. I feel like that's where the comfort lies. And
yeah, there's just almost no Bs.
Yeah, and they can play for the post plan there as well. For St. Thomas, they haven't necessarily had an issue with it. Now Nate is trying to recollect themselves, but they're not playing the way they were used to. The fragger of the team, the duelist that makes it happen, and the pump flash that gets seyq turned around.
Spike planted.
It's a nice start so far as they open up the door. Bing sees one. Can he get one more? No, it's just damage put out. There's a chip in the end. Sees the ponytail. And he's playing with food right now. He's in another 2v2.
Staying silent. They're not even playing across. They're playing off that contact now. They've managed to have xhowi slowly jiggle peek the angle, but Doug a bit too late. 38 health left on Bing. And the ultimate settles. They want to keep this round, but I don't think that was the best thing. Doug could have sprayed, but they instead decided to walk into the smoke.
knowing the spike is right on the other side, exactly like you said.
Yep.
He could have just held on the end and waited for them to just walk in and be like, all right, the ping, he'll go and allow himself to play way safer than what needed to happen. But as you saw it spread against him, if he repositions towards entry to A main, it's all good. But nonetheless, that is hindsight as we have a small attack pause. Let's get set up real quick.
Yeah.
That's, wow, okay.
They, man, are doing so much better. And I'm not going to lie, a big portion of why like A&M is just able to play so well against this team is just simply because UST have not changed a single thing in their playbook.
No.
It's like I'm watching the same game as I was the last time they played against each other, right? And that's the biggest fault, because now Texas A&M, they know how to play against this team. They understand the iterations against UST. They know what they're doing with the Yori. They know what they're doing with the Viper, and they know exactly how they like to play. So they're shutting them down every single second. They can't play for the post plan because they know post plan lineups. And then it's like, at the end of the day, they're so settled for it. I hate the fact that you can see me back there.
you don't like back and forth with
I
know. But you're all right though.
Yeah.
And even before the post, we're gonna look at the pre. The entries are being stuffed.
Yeah.
Each time they actually look to walk in, because you see, like, hey, look, it's similar now as well too. They completely removed it from the entrance, and if they manage to make their way in, what happens next?
Yeah.
Right? It's that they remove any semblance of like, okay, I see you guys want to go away. That's crazy. What if we just run into you and do what you're best at is just fight you in your faces? Unexpected off angles and unmatched aggression that has taken them to incredible heights so far.
They're comfortable. I think
Comfy.
Texas A&M, they, again, not much to change. I think they're handling the situation very well. They're having JoBa take up more space than is warranted, and I think that's what's working out so well. They're not expecting that on the side of UST. Obviously, austifrosti being set up as the duelist perfectly, by the way, which honestly just works out for the best. And I didn't expect the double duelist composition to work so well, especially with the lack of, not really Sentinel. They have everything they need, but on the defense, to be exact, I feel like it's working out so well in a way that I wasn't expecting. And I think that's because of that flank and because of that space on the map they're taking up.
And the space, like you mentioned, being taken by JoBa, right? And to highlight him a bit more, though, JoBa, as a player, mentioned how throughout the entire year, how him coming in for A&M, all his teammates have essentially agreed that what he's done for the rest of them is that he's just elevated the team as a whole. And what I mean by that is that he's calming, or allowing players to calm a lot more. The utility usage has been excellent, and his game sense in general has been great, because he's a player who I've been watching and even casting to all the way from for almost 4 years ago, near the beginning of Valorant. So he understands the flow and the change of pace of the game, and the fact that he's been able to bring that to this team here, a near Pug squad who were lost about 2 weeks ago, get into the Yoda by the side, and now we're looking at them just, taking confident plays, 3 rounds, but almost 5 rounds in a row at this point. And considering on a map pick which they looked, frankly, not good on at all. It lost on, I would say. It seems like the map is in front of them. A&M look good.
That's pretty much it, guys. That's a wrap. No, I'm kidding. It is. They look incredibly good in a way where I feel like
I like the lean you have going on.
I know, thanks. What's up, guys? And they look incredibly good in a way where I feel like it's going to be pretty hard to come back from this. Just, man, it's like, I guess it really is the setup. I feel like, they get the post plan. It's looking great, but I feel like they're just not expecting the amount of plays that I feel like A&M have accumulated in the playbook. The things that, and you know what's interesting, actually? They don't even have a coach, guys.
Dude, they don't have a coach. They don't have a facility. They don't really have funding for the team either. They don't have a manager. They barely have a sub. And like, and they're just here. They just come here and they vibed and they got it done. Like, it's just like, because again, they're a club team, right? So everything they do, ultimately has been on them. The scrims, they poke, the time they play, the reviews they VOD. It's just them. It's just them.
Yeah. It's, and listen, I guess things are working out because they have a very, very good understanding as to what they needed to work on. And austifrosti scares me. I think once your duelist is on their A game, like, it's almost like nothing else matters, to be honest. It's just, hey, run in and do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah,
I'm not going to complain.
I mean, no searching. But again, it's not even just Frosty, right? We're also looking at KHS, too, who highlighted the entire day. The super sub.
Yeah.
Played for the team 2 years ago and came back in just a week right before their big match against Blinn and managed to honestly show a team that's in challengers what's up in a 3-1 fashion, taking them here.
Yeah, Marshall comes out looking for a pick. Down in mid, they're just making noise to have somebody peek out of impatience, but it's not going to work. Yeah, KHS playing with impatience and now finally having a flash come through, and they've managed to make some of the damage work.
This is good. Nate's so low here, so you have to be a lot more careful about what kind of peeks he match he takes. But look at seyq wide swinging with a sheriff in 2024. Brother in Christ, I respect it. He gets punished by the end of it because look at the yacht that's going off for austifrosti. It's a 1v3, though, but I think UST could be happy with the damage that was done. And glyph shuts it down, but bear in mind, still 2 alive, op in their hands. UST is still pushing the envelope and ensuring they're not completely comfortable with what A&M is doing.
Weren't expecting this, honestly. I don't think St. Thomas were expecting the performance that they're giving out right now. I think they're definitely finding it very, very hard to play on the attack at this moment. Which, isn't this like an attacker-sided map? Which is the main concern. The fact that they're performing not very well on the attacker side, and not to mention Texas A&M, they just get better when they switch. It's like, and it's terrifying, you know, when you're looking at the results here.
Yeah, I find it's a trending collision, right, where we'll label a lot of teams as second half teams because it takes a bit for them to really just get fired up and understand what they want to do with the comp of the map they're playing. But currently, A&M have just been like, they're just a team, bro. They're just a both half team, which means they're good. And you see right now taking a bit to find the groove of things on the attacking side. What I want to look at this round, though, is I want to see personally as to how I look to go back to B, because it's been a while since they've been there, right? And with an actual gun round, and they're looking to move into main with nothing on the outside, and no KO around them either. No more map space taken. They want to move straight through, past the wall. Interesting.
Yeah, but the wall set down in B, and so much so for util. So this is prepped perfectly for KHS to just hold the site, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Despite the suppression coming through, the location given away, they're still going to fight this down, although unfortunately not able to keep themselves alive.
Heavy investment around here already with both null command and null theft here, but like you very much needed. Remember, A&M still have the op alive, the 100 put out by Doug, the triple investment of the ultimate, but gets shut down by JoBa on the arches. JoBa comes around, it's not hard. No, that was a hard clear, and that we pointed out before has been the pitfall at times for A&M to fall in concession, and xhowi holds it down.
Ultimates start to come out for St. Thomas.
Yeah.
So Viper Spit playing a huge role into the economics of what Texas A&M were trying to not do, is lose money, and money's lost. Austifrosti, trying to hold on to the op, which
natural.
Yeah,
makes sense. I agree.
Big money that I don't have. Neither do they.
That's okay. We can go band for band later. I'll show you how many dollars I have in singles. And
why singles, Brav?
Because I'm broke.
You're also single. The way I just attacked you there. I'm so
Yo, that's all right. That's okay. All I knew is out is me, myself, and I, and a
I'm out
good
for
old
blood.
beach view, as I see in front of me. Right, calm, cool waves. As once again, UST back onto the A side. They have been kind of almost perma going here too, especially besides the quick touch-ups. A heavy investment round last time, but when the ulti looks to stop the bleeding. But can they recreate it without as much of an investment and things backing them in this one? Look at mid.
Ooh. No, xhowi.
Yeah.
Almost didn't get it there for KHS, but I mean, good reposition with a TP is going to manage to find themselves back at A. So they know where everybody is slightly residing for St. Thomas. They know the A site might be the push they want to move for, but a big wall actually dividing majority of these players here from A&M.
Yeah, they just, it's cuts off down the middle here, essentially, like right into the entrance of A, and they haven't taken any halls control here either. So they're just kind of fighting around the corner through doors and pick their rooks out. Long range for seyq, big stuff, but Nabber instead steals it back once more. The moment the limelight taken away as austifrosti finally comes in and joins the action through mid. A 2v3. We're ADS staying 1 by 1. Doug finally gets involved, but it's still 2v1 by the end here.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Glyph just...
Wow.
Yeah, hold on, dude. Texas A&M. What did y'all eat on the break? 15 minutes
Hopefully not what we
for a
eat.
Gatorade and some chips? That's crazy.
How do you say chips in Spanish?
Papas.
Man, I like that.
I think that's how you say it.
That is, I like that. I like me some salt and vinegar papas.
Is it papas or is that fries?
You would know.
Is that fries? Either way, chips and fries, that's how you say it in British. So,
Chips and fries. That's
I
how
mean
you
chips. You just say chips.
No, it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
You're uncultured, but let's try to learn more about what's happening here instead. This is an early knife out, no one closer once again, because this isn't with how we're taking the A. And the same wall, though, cuts off the middle, but glyph gets caught so early.
Looking to dash for Nate, so maybe looking for an
Nice.
aggressive pick. Yeah, and that's got to be a beautiful one. Nabber goes down A&M trying to hold on, but it's seyq and Nate that can't fight against Bing. The Nate's looking for it, but it won't be there. It's KHS cleanup crew, 7-2.
Dude, what are we talking about? My man of the Viper, gosh darn Big Chi Ling, keeps it cold as his name
Heck yeah.
and removes the rest from his sights.
Like John Cena, you can't see it.
I mean, they saw him, they didn't shoot him, that's the issue.
Listen,
What? I'm listening. What's up?
it's because of the Bing Chilling Jet.
Nice. Yeah, I made it already because ice cream.
I know, but John Cena.
No, it's just, we can't both.
Okay, never mind.
Anyways, so what I was saying was, right? Look, he repositioned back from up top of heaven to stairs, and he's just bobbing between stairs and yellow.
Yeah.
Up and down like he's getting in his cardio because it's hot girl summer. And then, like, he's on the Stairmaster, and people are like, all right, man, Shorty, you do you. I'm going to do me. But then they die because of
But
that.
there are no hot girls because Nabber nabbed them all. There's
He's on his team, though.
Bing waiting. I like that.
Waiting is so good. But now he's Bing rotating into Bing shooting, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Bing rotating again.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, KHS?
Dude, Cages is just spamming.
It's the same angle again. That hole before is right by stairs. They're just getting domed by that, man.
What can they do? I mean, they've heard drop. Yeah, austifrosti
Yep.
just watching it with op. So now they know the op is there. I mean, they knew from the start, but now they know that it's there in that particular space.
Yeah.
And if they want to push over towards A, they could, but possible rotation already pushed through. KHS
Yeah.
not looking for anybody to make way on their site, but presence detected. And a beautiful way for Glyph to say, hey, we're taking this 1v1 mono, a mono. And KHS just runs away with a 4K. Huge clearing from the Yoru themselves.
Dude, because here's the thing, right? Because already in the beginning when they were right by 8, it's a walk in, but them losing 2, And that gave the chance for austifrosti to just move past window into mid.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were already backing up, they lost all space to rotate or even try to make their way into B as a possibility. So instead, they were like, all right, I guess we're stuck here. And commit they did, and walk through smoke they had to. Unfortunately, setting up for a close 9-3 half, possibly. I want to see what the buy looks like for UST, possibly, just to see what they're working with. Probably not great.
Yeah. Put a walk up that Nate's ready for. And they didn't give away to that yet, actually. Flash coming through. They know that that's the decoy teammate. What are you doing is what he's saying right now.
Yeah.
But they back off.
They just they've got to just get this base up here again. And a similar story this time. Although it wasn't the full committal, they've now had to go back and re-clear mid again because they have to be afraid of austifrosti holding that down by holding the op here nearby. So they're now slowly working their way in to take some space back. But because they know they haven't necessarily seen whether he repositioned or not, so they're just gonna go through spawn or right through right to B, and now they got to be scared once more. How do they make the entry?
I mean, can they even make the entry at this point, especially with JoBa? In the same spot, though, I feel like with this iteration, they're going to get used to it, but pulled back immediately is Nade, and JoBa finds opportunity. But the Hunter's Fury to push back, they fought off two, keeping down on the B site.
Indeed, and so now with this, right, they've now managed to cement themselves 3 strong against 5, but it's just 3 against what feels like almost an entire army currently. Satiated around pillar, stones as their backing, but bricks crumble, so do walls, and so might they.
Thank you so much, Hypok. Oh, a lateral from Austy. That pretty much makes this whole entire game worth it of a watch. They can pick up the Vandal, but they're not doing it. They trust themselves too much. And they're continuing, but they know somebody's on the left-hand side. They don't know where to fight this Classic, not in hand, but Shorty. Too difficult to win the fight with the right click from seyq.
No time to relocate, and he pops up the same time with the Shorty, and they meet each other above the wall like, surprise, what's up? Get domed, indeed. But the thing is, too, is unfortunately because of how slow he had to go and walk in, Frosty wouldn't have been able to find much either because you heard the spike taken away. It would have been too late as it is, even if he managed to find 2 there right away.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a 9-3 half. It's there have been connotations about it, but what,
Spanglish, by the way.
thank you.
Welcome.
I know enough to pretend. Let's see what goes in front. Oh my God! Let's see what they do. But KHS straight up is like, all right, yeah, it was good. Let's fight.
No, they're. If there's anyone that could play your very, very well, I feel like it's KHS for sure. I've really appreciated just the confidence really moving forward in this game.
Indeed. You know, KHS said that all the teammates said that he's the most online and the most chronically brain rotted. So I bet
Perfect
you
for
he
the
was like,
duel.
guys, let's go fight. I have Skibbity Ohio Riz right now. Let's go. That was so cringe. I'm so sorry.
Ban Rav from
That was actually awful. I promise I'll never say it
Mute
again.
his
It felt
mic.
wrongs coming out. But he said it, and I just wanted to say it too, man.
Glyph
It was awful. I'm so sorry.
with the suppression. It's not okay. With the suppression
I
going.
apologize profusely.
10 health
Yeah.
off of Nate. Actually, still watching.
Wait, season?
No, but it's not going to happen. They can't get the headshot. It's Texas A&M
Yeah.
that pretty much just run away with shots. Time,
Planted.
overtime.
Ah.
Yeah, caught myself.
Yeah, it's a consistency that cannot be replaced. And a pitfall that UST just seemingly falls deeper and deeper into. Fires and guns going their way. Something that UST has praised himself on. The confidence to peak any angle. The ability to play against any disadvantage. And the gusto to swing whenever they feel like it. They're being matched. They're being stopped. and they're being held in a drought with no oasis in sight. The desert in them has carried with points, ults, and more.
Here.
We're gonna make. Having a big play, moving over towards A. The Yoru getting aggressive. KHS
nice.
that can't seem to keep a hold on the attack with the right click from Zowie, shutting him down. Regardless, though, anti-eco round for St. Thomas, and no way to hold on. But 10-3, Texas A&M. I told you they look spectacular on the attack as well.
I agree.
So they could pretty much just run away with this as they please, which it seems like that might be the play.
And you mentioned already here, Nabbers, right? That's statistically Breeze attacker favorite map. And when we saw from the previous games as well in their history, and much more comfortable, in fact, on this side too. And that's the best part about this.
Yeah.
Because now with them playing way more chill, this leaves UST in a do-or-die situation. If this round is not taken, and it was crucial round of the half, it stops any potential for a run back. They're on a save again against a match points, and A&M potentially one away from series point as well. They need this round to stay alive.
It's not going to be given easy, though.
Oh, of course not.
Texas A&M going for the aggressive approach, knowing that the closer angles might be the
Straight
best
walk
one, but seyq already
nice.
shutting down two. Molly in hand. They could utilize that to try to cut off some of these corners,
Nice.
but KHS, and everybody else shut down on the side of Texas A&M, 11-4. Not bad, but not very good.
So somewhere in the middle. Thanks. Okay, but like you're saying, it was just a confident just run and play that they decided to do, and especially because it was on, it was on the bonus that they had, right, the buy-up for UST, so they walked in, decided to get what they could, which unfortunately wasn't much, but it's okay. But on seyq this time, though, on the anchor, right, it was said before that ways to take down UST at most points, that, you know what, if seyq's on a site, just get at him. Get active, free plays, but he's proving the wrong so far. A good start, but UST still have a long way to go before they make anything substantial happen in this game.
Not pushing yet, though.
No?
A&M keeping patience, but waiting for the ultimate to be pulled through. KHS finding some space with the dimensional drift and actually information as well. The pop flash to try to assist with the backside stab coming through from Nabber, and KHS with another one.
I was about to say, no shot, he picks once more, right? Because look, there's three back, the repossessions goes back to the outside. And now here, they're all in the line, just straight ready to walk in through bridge, now down through stairs, not pinged just yet, but damage being put down is good so far. A&M still good at 5.
Two players waiting to push and settle for it, but wall goes down, and no comms off that, which is unfortunate because they should have known what was going on down towards doors. But 2v2, post-plant scenario, can they play for it? JoBa around the back, but they're not going to wait for it! They're gonna eliminate everybody and clean up for that match point.
A&M ready and waiting to silence all with one more round in their sights. A 3v5 that almost score wary.
Yeah.
But one thing you gotta remember, man, one thing you gotta keep in your dome piece is that boy JoBa is scary. It's not even Halloween yet. I'm terrified. The way he's been playing, the comms, the util, like you mentioned, it's looked immaculate.
Yeah.
And I want to see more.
There's not a lot going on A. I think this is perfect for A&M. They've been settling for the A
Good
site,
side.
knowing what they're capable of. But Doug having trouble finding Bing. And damage coming through, so Bang might not be able to survive to see the day. But still ultimate ready, so they can just wait for maybe a teammate to get a pick, then play off that.
Wait, austifrosti's made his way all the way through tunnel. He's on 8. He has an upward sightline here as well too. So if you get one, it would be huge. But unfortunately, set up on with 3 rounds, it's a bit too for them to handle. So he's just stuck on the outside. And every time I'm like, yo, A&M, that was crazy. What are they doing? We get this. We get, unfortunately, a bit of a disjointed round and one that, makes you reconsider. Like, okay, all right, this was sure was something. But hey, being left alone, 20 health.
30 seconds left.
Once, and with no spike, it's kind of just vibing. Just checking B at this point, man. I thought you would have tried to save here, maybe try to flank around, but yeah, I don't think he gets to get out of this personally.
10 seconds left.
He's chilling.
Yeah. Would you say he's? No, you want? We're not gonna say it.
Chilling like a Bing.
Okay. Like the Microsoft Edge search engine.
Yes.
Bing. Everyone's favorite search engine. Did you know that the top rated search on Bing is down Google Chrome?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of them. Texas A&M,
VALORANT.
bro. Like, still stuck on match point. I've noticed a trend where, like, when people go to match point,
Trends. I like trends.
they kind of
What's that?
just like for some reason can't just close it out like
It's like chess.
in the moment.
Yeah. Like chess, you need good, like everyone has a strong early, decent mid, and games are weak at times, but maybe that might be the case. They're not a save here though, but want to start off, but trade nonetheless. Awful flash here too, KHS, he opens this up, he's not checking. Unfortunate. None was there, but a 3v3 by the end of it, guns recovered.
Just expected
they
because
know.
the door was closed, nobody was
no way.
watching, but you gotta clear your angles.
Fight.
seyq knows as well.
Yep.
What angles to clear?
I mean, they know that they gotta just pretty much go back, try to commit to A here.
One enemy
He's still just
remaining.
sitting by mid, and again, all right, Bing, by himself, just, having a grand old time. We said it was a save, right? So we did kind of expect this. If anything, they got 3, so it's not the worst, They got some eco frags, but here, A&M, let's see, Bing dies in 3, 2, 1. Bye.
And Nate
Nathaniel, if you will.
starting to pick things back up again. I mean, 7-13, not the best KDA for a duelist, especially on a map like Breeze, but I think it's just been difficult, like always getting constantly shut down by JoBa on the flank, down in mid, in places that you wouldn't expect, and I feel like, especially now on the attack, there hasn't been the opportunity for there to be that element of surprise, always waiting for the Cypher.
Here's the thing with it, though. I'm willing to try to understand, or like maybe just even hop some copium to see if this is a UST comeback, but I need to get to 8 to do so. For that flash in aggressive plays. Nothing Punisher though, as a drone as well. He managed to catch one. Artist Fury, there it is. Ping, but he gets up, yeah.
Ooh. It's so close to catching glyph. But after being on A site so many times, they know that players like to push up inside of tunnels here. They might just find it, a close whiff.
Yeah.
But Austin gets it.
And that's UST not checking the angles, not expecting Austin to be there, because he's managed to walk into, walking a tunnel like that, so many times, and Willis getting his pick is nice. seyq again with the hold. He's been playing for 2 different sides, and it's just a wall bang to finish him off. Meanwhile, KHS punished in the back at 2v3.
Playing with what they have, but not a lot to play with. I'm surprised the economy is so bad. You would have expected it to be way better, but they're not expecting somebody to come from the top. Wallbang is all they need. 4 health left. And they have everything done. 1 shot left. Make it happen. 13-4. Actually, 13-6. Sorry. I can't count or read.
Oh my God. And again we say that's Bing. That's Bing again to finish things off. Stays cold, stays cool. The name rings true. And that's 2 right now for A&M.
5th